child.
Right.
And get a job, a real job. Stop selling drugs. But I want him to get what he needs to get. Whatever that may be in life.
Okay, well, I'm recording, so don't say anything you don't want the world to hear.
Booga 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 booga.
You're so silly. But anyway, getting back to my video that cut off because my coworker, Miss Sheila, is here. Hey guys, I love her. Love her to pieces. Um, she's actually still in her hazer process. Baby, they getting that ass. They tearing it up. But yeah, like when I'm telling you, working at where we work, it's like a hazing process. So either you make it or you don't. She's surviving. When I tell you, she's pushing through. Because there are days I was like, baby, we may not make it. But I crossed that line. I crossed that threshold, and now we waiting on her to get to finish her process. But going back to the incident, it took him 5 hours to figure out what he wanted to put on that write up. So it took you 5 hours to think of a lie, sir. And then on the write up, after I came in the next day, because I was like, how can you suspend me because you had no reason? I came in the next day, and the store manager came in. And she was like, you need to clock out. I need to see you. So I clocked out and I went to the back. She was like, you suspended. And I was like, no. So she handed me the write-up. And she laid it on the counter. And she was like, you need to read that. So I get to read. And I started laughing because on the write-up, it said, another manager came. Well, no. This is what it said from the start to the end. It was like, what did it say? How did it start? Oh, it said, there are days where I have to tell Mr. Blue to stay at his station. And on this particular day, which was what was it? February the 19th, 2010, I had to tell Blue repeatedly to stay at his station because he was holding outside conversation while on the clock. I'm like, are you serious? As I'm reading this thing, I'm like, girl, you only told me 2 times. I'm gonna be real. And I was like, Cat, he only told me twice. But whatever. And oh girl, I said her name. Oh well, that's not her real name, so it don't matter. And so I'm continuing to read the thing, and then it goes to, mind you, he's a shift manager. He said that another manager, because there were 3 managers on the clock, he said another manager came to him and told him that I said he can get the business. Sweetie, I had told you 15, 20 minutes ago, 24 hours ago, that I was going to, since it's an issue that I can't go to the bag to wash my hands after I'm coughing in it, that I was going to stand here and cough for the shit. Why would I have to go to another manager and tell them what I was going to do to you? You're 20-something plus years old. And here I am just 20. Sweetie, I don't have to threaten you. At all. At all. So, I didn't sign the write-up because I was like, this is unjust. I flipped that whole over. And I wrote 2 pages of my thoughts. And then this was the thing. She was like, what did she tell me? She said, it's funny that you state what you stated in your statement, but you can't bring outside sources into the business. My thing was, it wasn't no outside sources. I used another crew member and another manager that was on the clock. I had them to write me 2 separate statements saying what happened. And she was like, well, when it's an issue between you and another person here in this store, it's between you and them. Okay, well, why on the write-up it says another manager came to me and told me? Mind you, that's he say, she say, which would have been a lost case in court. If I was to go, I would have won. Because we don't do he say, she say. So I was like, you know what? We're not even gonna do this. I'm gonna take the 2 weeks to gather myself, to get myself together. But Oh, but I got myself together the week. Everything has been great so far. As that's for knock on wood, we're not jinxing it. We're praying that it continues to go as a steady flow, and everything is everything. But while on my break, I had an incident with one of the many people in my life. But we're not even gonna elaborate on that. We're gonna talk about my job. Um, so going back to my job or whatever, after my 2 week suspension was over with, I go back and everybody's like, "Oh my God, Delacey, I'm so glad you're back. We miss you, blase blase." And I told them, if I seem to be shady for not talking to you guys, I apologize. Just don't say anything to me while I'm on the clock because you know they're out to get me and blase blase, and that's how I've been. So we really been making it happen, making it do what it do. But going to an incident with the customer, which is why I wasn't on my register anymore. One dude came in and apparently he doesn't like gay people. That's my take on it. He don't like gay people. I'm very, I'm a perfectionist, and everything has to be perfect. From my eyes to my lips to anything on my body has to be perfect, regardless. And even with my surroundings, well, this room right here is a little congested right now, but it'll be a okay. It's up to par to my standard. But what else? Got lost track. Sidetrack. Oh, so and mind you, my hands have to stay clean. That I if I, t- I they just have to be washed. So he ordered whatever he ordered what he wanted, and I go to give him his change, but my head was a little slightly turned. It wasn't turned completely. It was slightly turned, like because I was talking to one of the another crew member, telling them what like because working on front counter you have to call out things like if you need water, not water, if you need like a bottle of water, juice, or anything like that, oatmeal, you have to call that out. And so I had my face slightly turned, telling one of the crew members, I was like, I need a medium orange juice. So I go to give him his change. He yanked his hand back because he didn't want me to touch him. I didn't realize that until after the second time, because when I dropped the money on the counter, well, when I heard the money hit the counter, I was like, oh, and I was like, I apologize. So I go to, this time I'm looking at him, and I go to do it again, and he turned his hand. So I fell on the counter, and I pushed the change to him, and I was like, well, here's your change, because clearly you don't want me to touch your hand. And he walked off. When he came back, I did the normal fold as to when they order their food, we have to fold it and hand in their bag. I did exactly like this, how I was trained. Fold the bag, and I handed it to him. Tell me why. He takes his food while I'm standing at the counter. He takes the food and walks off. He comes back and quote unquote, you got my order wrong. I called out what he asked for, and he was like, yeah, that's what I wanted. Then your order's not wrong. He wanted a female employee to hand him his bag, as if I was going to quote unquote give him the gay germ. I'm looking like, well, me personally, I'm not the typical. I love my people to death, but I'm not the typical gay where every dude I see I have to get with. That's not me. Far from it. Not me. So I'm like, dude, you ain't even the type of dude I'd be interested in. For one, you bum and shit. You clearly you not. I mean, maybe that day was your off day, whatever you want to call it. But anywho, so that incident wound up moving me to the hash browns, but I'm now back at my register because everything's been a-okay and everything's good. My mouth is hurting right now. I have a canker sore. It's come up. it's something I'm eating because it's crazy. But anywho, um, yeah, I'm actually enjoying the apartment. It's amazing. I'm actually on my own, away from drama, away from away from everything, basically. Um, but yeah, going back to what I said in the previous videos, I want you guys to, you got to see me get hired with McDonald's, I'm sorry. You got to see me get hired with them. And now I want you guys to see me take this journey with the stage plays. Let's go from Tyler Perry living out of his car to living in mansions in the hills. That's where we're going, and I want you guys to be front row, front center to get to be able to see that process. Oh, and another thing, you guys, my eyes. I've never been that close in a video where you can actually see them, but yeah, you can see them now. I look really, really crazy. But yeah, we're actually gonna go to the seafood place. We're gonna take her out um, to eat. I mean, that's me as a friend. When it comes to my friends, I'm all if I got it, I got you, and I don't look for it in return. I don't. But much love to you guys. I just wanted to share that with you. There may be more. I may do now. May start doing more videos about work. I actually need to get a digital camera so when I'm on when I'm on break with other crew members, so you can see how it is when we're on break. Baby, when I tell you it's we have the time of our lives because it be hectic. Like when we're in rush hour time, we can't say anything to each other, so we're all back and forth, back and forth. But then we get that moment where we can just break and have to ourselves. We enjoy ourselves. Six Flags here in Atlanta is supposed to be opening March 17th, if I'm not mistaken. And if you're here in Atlanta March 17th, please please do come join us. We're actually gonna do a day is to where we all just get together, all my YouTube um, friends, followers on Twitter, and all my Facebook friends. If you guys are in Atlanta, um, let's do a day of enjoyment at Six Flags. I want you guys to be on point as far as when it comes to the roller coasters because I'm a big fan. I'm a adrenaline rusher. I'm a adrenaline junkie. My for adrenaline junkie, and I have to ride every roller coaster in that park. So please do come out. March. I may be if the date is wrong, then I'll come back and I'll tweet about it. You can again. You can follow me on Twitter at I am Didi Delgado #6. That's IAMDDDDE. Oh shit, that's wrong. That's at IAM double DDELGADO #6. That's IAMDDD, which are three D's, ELGADO #6. #6. You can also add me on Twitter at the same, which is DEE Facebook to be exact. DEEDEEDELGADO, and my face will pop up. But I have to go, you guys, because we're about to get it in.